Have you ever sat down to create content and it just feels forced? Like you're either staring at the camera, you're staring at a blank page, you've opened up, Facebook or something to start like typing something out. And yet nothing about any of it feels natural. And then you start wondering, why is this so hard for me when it seems so easy for everybody else? And so then you start to question your discipline. Like maybe you're not consistent enough. Maybe you're not motivated enough. Maybe you just need to push harder. Honestly, like most of the time, that's not the issue. The real reason why your content feels so forced is because you're trying to create from a version of you that isn't actually you. So when you say content feels forced, you assume that it's about like not having ideas, not knowing what to say, or Lord, not being good on camera. But the thing is you do have ideas. You do know what to say. As far as not being good on camera, honey, you might not be good on camera yet. But consider that maybe you're not good on camera because you think that you have to be somebody else when you turn the camera on. So you're trying to show up online as a version of you that you think that you should be instead of the version of you that is actually true. And so because of that, everything feels heavy because you are performing instead of expressing. Now, there's something that you may or may not either have done or are currently doing, which is essentially subconsciously adopting other creators' personalities. Of course, you're not sitting down like with your notebook, like, today I'm going to be such a coach and I am going to talk like them and present like them and da 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 da, just to look at them. Like, I'm sure you're not doing that. Like, when it's happening, again, this is subconscious. You're unaware of it, but it's happening. So one moment you try being like the loud motivational coach or something. Then the next moment you're the like ultra polished luxury mentor. And then the next moment you're like the hyper educational like strategist, right? Like a platform strategist, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. Listen to me. If that is not you, your nervous system can literally feel that mismatch. And so then when you go to hit record, your brain is like, this isn't right. This isn't real. This doesn't feel, no, I'm rejecting this. And that's why the content feels forced. So again, your nervous system can feel when you are trying to be somebody that you are not. That's why some days you can literally sit down to make content and it like literally feels so light, so easy. And other days it feels like you're like dragging yourself through the mud because expression flows and performance drains. Now, those who win, the algorithm, the followers, all the things, they are rewarded for their authentic respection. They are rewarded for their authentic expression. So the creators who like genuinely make it look easy, they're not performing. Oh, let me say this. The ones who are at that level of consistency and momentum that you desire to be at are not performing. They are not forcing energy. And when I say forcing energy, like, sure, there might be days and times like when they're tired and they're like, listen, I don't feel like making the content, but they push through. We're not talking about that. When I say like forced energy, it's more like, again, from that energetic place of like who they are. And those people also are not trying to be impressive. They're not sitting here like, I'm gonna make this piece of content and everybody's gonna be so impressed with me. They are expressing something that they genuinely in their core believe. And people, the viewers, they can feel that. So how do we fix this, Buki? Because we want to get you right. We want to get you right. So the first thing I want you to stop doing, I want you to stop trying to sound like an expert. Okay? I want you to talk like yourself, whoever you are, in the moment. Because here's the thing, sure, you may have an aspirational identity. I think that that's just normal. You are going to shift, grow, and expand as a person. That too is normal. However, whoever you are in the moment, let that person be who they are in the moment. Talk like you. Talk like you're talking to your good girlfriend. I mean, and not with nuance. With nuance. What kind of brand are you building? Who are your ideal clients? If you work with big corporate clients or government contracts and stuff, then maybe, if you're from around the way, maybe don't talk like that. But for the average person, the average creator online, the average business owner online who, just services typical average people also, just talk like you. Talk like you talking to your friend, you talking to your partner. Like how I'm talking to you, I talk to you the same way I talk to my husband. Okay? There was nothing about my cadence is different. The words that I use is different. The little jokes that I make. Actually, I probably make more lewd jokes because it's my husband. There might be just a little bit of reservation there, but nonetheless, talk like you. Okay? And that, I'm telling you right there, is also going to help with you being able to be very comfortable in front of the camera. The second thing that I want you to do is I want you to create from lived experiences. And so we got to have the very open conversation about embodiment. Are you a walking embodiment of what it is that you teach? There is a part of me that hates that I'm bringing this up just because for so long I was resistant to that because I had receipts of how powerful it is to work with me. Because I was a co-coach way back in the past and I have worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs on helping them to start and grow profitable YouTube channels, that when I stopped being a co-coach and I just kind of branched off for myself, I didn't really feel like I needed to do the things for myself because I had helped so many people already. Like I knew YouTube better than I knew the back of my hand, honey. But, and at some point, I recognized that one of the reasons why I was struggling to create content is because I had no lived experiences to really go off of. I had no real stories to tell. I had nothing. I just had, client wins, client results. That's, what I'm saying? Like, kind of but nothing beyond that. Nothing for people to really, I don't want to say like never. Like I had things, like people liked me, like stop playing. I could just feel that something was off. And what was off was not having the lived experiences. So I want you to share your stories, share your observations, share your opinions about things. And the third thing that I want you to do is to let your content reflect who you're becoming, not just what you know. And I know that can feel a little scary. That can feel a little scary because it's like you can have this perception of, oh, people are not going to want to buy from me or work with me if they know that I have these flaws or these things that about myself that I'm working on or that I don't have it all together. And it's like, no, Boogie, like those are going to be the very reasons why people are going to rock with you. And the journey of your becoming is very, very beautiful, especially when you're sticking it through. And that's worth documenting, honestly. And that documentation, that's going to inspire people. Case in point, these past, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I kind of stopped counting after like day 32. But we're on day 30 something. We're on day 30 something of my 100 videos in 100 days challenge. And like, you have seen, if you've been watching every video, which would amaze me. But at the end of the day, it's like you're seeing my opinions. You're seeing like how I'm doing things, how I'm navigating challenges, what my challenges even are, what my blind spots are. Like I'm being so open, honest, and raw with this entire journey. And I'm gonna be honest, it feels really good and it feels really freeing to share these things. So when your content feels forced, it really is a signal, and it's a signal to pay attention to. It's not a signal that you're just bad at content, but Rather, you are trying to create, again, from a version of you that isn't true. The moment that you stop performing and you start expressing, everything gets easier. I am so serious when I say just be who you are. Just be who you are. Like I know there was a time where I was thinking that, like, oh my gosh, to make my videos, I got to get dressed up and this and that. But I'm coming to you today wearing a dinosaur t-shirt because I love dinosaurs. And that is genuinely a part of who I am. Since the moment I was a little girl living in damn next square apartments and my mama came home with the VHS tape for Jurassic Park, The Lost World. That's the second one. And I sat there in my bedroom and I watched that thing back to back while my mom was in the kitchen cooking dinner and stuff, like, and I've been hooked on dinosaurs ever since, honey. And so yes, I proudly will sit here in this dinosaur t-shirt and deliver this amazing training for you. Absolutely, because I don't need to be anybody other than who I am. And sometimes who I am is someone who wants to put on my Kate Spade earrings and put on a nice dress or whatever. And other days, you're getting dinosaur Kiani. Nonetheless, to end this off, you are safe to be all of who you are. Point blank, period. Are there going to be people who don't like it? Yes. Yes, I can promise you there are going to be people who don't like it. Does that mean that you're going to get a whole bunch of hate? I don't know. You might not. Nonetheless, when you lock in and you do these things that I shared with you, I'm telling you, expressing, creating content is going to be significantly easier. Significantly easier. Ask me how long it took me to put this video together. Ask me how long it took me to put this video together. Better yet, YouTube has a new quiz feature. So I'm going to quiz you. Do the quiz. Please do the quiz. Please, please, please. Like, do me that favor because I really want to see how this function works. So yeah, ask me how long do you think it took me to script outline this video for you? Because I got up here and I expressed the things. Sharing my truth from the core of who I am. That's all you need to do. That's all you need. Well, that's not all you need to do. That's not all you need. Let me not lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you because we want you to also make sales. We want you to make the money, all the things. But a big core part of that is everything that we talked about in this video. Of course, if you want support doing that, please come join the Magnetic Visibility Circle. Again, if you want the details, I will put them in the description box below. And until then, my boogie boogie boo. I also want you to stop comparing yourself. So I want you to watch this video next where we dive into you comparing yourself to other people and how that is stopping you from showing up and showing out and attracting and magnetizing your ideal clients and customers to you. I'll see you over there.